Jesse Plemons discusses how his Bugonia persona was inspired by superheroes. Jesse Plemons and Yorgos Lanthimos are aware that their new film, Bugonia, has generated a lot of discussion. The point is that the enjoyable thing is that in the most recent episode of Entertainment Weekly's The Awardist podcast, Plemons said, "You hope that a film affects people differently. I think those are always the types of movies that I enjoy most, the ones that stay with you that you wake up thinking about, and then when you revisit them, you might have a completely different take on it." The initial trailer, which revealed the plot, two cousins, played by Plemons and Aidan Delbus, abduct Michelle Fuller, Emma Stone, the CEO of a pharmaceutical business, who they think is an extraterrestrial sent to destroy Earth, started the talk about the film. Lanthimos claims that although discussions over whether she may be are entertaining social media fodder, he was more interested in everything else to discover and debate with yourself and others, which is part of what drew his attention to the screenplay written by Will Tracy. "I thought that was hilarious. Emma Stone was the first person I was eager to share it with that very evening," Lanthimos remembers. "It's hilarious and amusing, but it also has deep themes and concerns, as well as intriguing people. Because it was so focused on these three people and so confined, this one also seemed different to me than the others I've done. Though obviously different, The Favorite was somewhat the same manner. All of these things thrilled me, and to be honest, it doesn't happen very often." Plemons, who previously collaborated with Lanthimos on the Kinds of Kindness anthology, which consisted of 3 parts and featured a variety of characters from the cast, claims that he immediately had a real love for his Bugonia character, Teddy. Teddy is a conspiracy theorist and beekeeper who is concerned that Michelle's alien species, Andromedans, will also wipe out honeybees. Because the script was so well written, and there are some very dark elements and aspects to Teddy, but because of the way Will wrote him, I felt it was very clear to me that Teddy had this story that he was telling himself, and he told himself what role he was in this story, and in his mind the fate of humanity is solely on his shoulders," Plemons says of the character, who believes he's going to play the hero in this tale. However, Plemons adds, "It's tricky territory because there's some dark scenes, but almost in the way that like a child wants to be a superhero was kind of something that I thought about." Plemons, who is nominated for an Oscar for supporting acting in 2021's The Power of the Dog, is receiving some of the greatest reviews of his 25-year career, with some critics claiming that he is at the peak of his abilities. But at the time, did he think the performance was that good?